Hey, everyone! So, today, we're diving into something pretty big: India's manned space program. Yep, the Gaganyaan mission. If all goes according to plan, India's going to send 3 astronauts into space by 2025 for a 3-day mission. Sounds awesome, right? The Indian media is all over it, celebrating like India's already joined the ranks of the US, Russia, and China as a global space powerhouse. But let's take a step back and really look at this. Is India ready? Can this mission really take off without hitting some serious turbulence? Let's break it down. First up, technology. Space exploration isn't just about big dreams. It's about serious know-how. Manned space missions? They're the ultimate no shortcuts allowed zone. The US had decades of trial and error before Apollo 11, and China spent years building up to its Tiangong space station. Now, India has done some cool stuff, like the Mars orbiter mission Mangalyaan. But if we're being honest, some of that was more of a lucky shot than solid, built-up expertise. And there have been stumbles too, like in 2019, when the Chandrayaan and 2 lunar lander crashed just before touchdown. Sure, they bounced back with Chandrayaan and 3 landing near the moon's south pole, but can a few hits here and there really support something as ambitious as a manned space mission? Let's not forget that India's rockets can't even carry payloads over 20 tons yet. That's a big problem if you're thinking about future plans like deep space exploration or building a space station. Okay, let's talk money. Space missions don't come cheap, and Gaganyaan is no exception. The budget? A cool $10 billion. That's a lot for a country that's still tackling major issues like poverty and infrastructure. Countries like the US, Russia, and China, they can throw billions at their space programs and keep going. For India, though, every dollar spent on space is one less for other pressing problems. And it's not just about the upfront costs. Space exploration needs consistent funding year after year, decade after decade. Delays are already an issue. The original plan was to launch Gaganyaan in 2022. Now, it's 2025. If funding keeps getting stalled or reallocated, how can India maintain the momentum needed for a program this ambitious? Now here's another tricky bit. India's society. Look, caste systems may not be official anymore, but the social divides they created are still very real. In fields like science and technology, resources and opportunities often go to specific groups, leaving a lot of talented people out in the cold. Innovation thrives when talent from all backgrounds gets a shot. But in India, the system can sometimes block that from happening. Compare that to China, where space success is built on a much broader base of talent. They've invested heavily in technical education, infrastructure, and long-term planning. It's a big reason why they've managed to pull off some amazing feats in space, like the Tiangong space station. India's fragmented system? It's more of a challenge. Then there's the politics. Space programs are as much about national pride as they are about science. For India, Gaganyaan is a way to say, hey, we're a major player on the global stage. But when politics gets too involved, priorities can get skewed. Instead of focusing on steady progress, there's a lot of pressure to announce big, flashy goals whether or not they're realistic. That's why some people see Gaganyaan as more of a vanity project than a solid step forward. Sure, the media hype is exciting, but it doesn't fix the underlying issues like inconsistent funding or technical gaps. And the comparisons with China. Every time India makes a move in space, the media can't resist saying, if China can do it, we can too. But let's be real. China's achievements are built on decades of steady investment and planning. Their space program is like a slow-cooked meal, thoughtful and methodical. India's approach? It's more like a microwave dinner, quick bursts of effort without the same depth of preparation. China has a fully operational space station, for crying out loud. India's still trying to figure out how to get its astronauts safely into orbit. That's not to say India can't get there, but the road ahead is a lot longer and tougher than some people want to admit. Now, don't get me wrong. India dreaming big with its space program is awesome. Space exploration inspires people, pushes boundaries, and showcases what a country can achieve. But here's the thing. Success in space isn't just about ambition. It's about building a solid foundation, strong technology, consistent funding, and inclusive policies that let the best and brightest contribute, no matter where they come from. India needs to shift its focus from big announcements to steady, incremental progress. High-profile missions like Gaganyaan grab attention, sure, but it's the quiet, behind-the-scenes work that really makes space dreams come true. So, where does that leave us? Gaganyaan is a bold step, no doubt about it. If India pulls this off, it'll be a huge achievement, one that puts the country in an exclusive club of spacefaring nations capable of manned missions. But to keep climbing higher, India is going to need more than flashy headlines. It'll need long-term investment, a commitment to technical excellence, and a system that nurtures talent from all corners of society. In the end, the dream of reaching the stars is as much about looking inward and fixing what's broken as it is about looking outward. India's got the ambition. Now, it needs to make sure the foundation is strong enough to support it. So, what do you think? Is Gaganyaan a game changer for India? Or is it just another overly ambitious project that's not quite ready for prime time? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this breakdown. Until next time, keep dreaming big, but don't forget to put in the work to make those dreams a reality. Catch you later.